This is the plaintiff, John Scheib Jr. He says he took his 16-foot box truck to the defendant's shop to have the tires changed. And one of her workers took a 10-pound sledgehammer and started whacking away to get the rear tire off. The guy must have sweated out 2 pounds from all the hacking he did. Meanwhile, a couple of days later, while he was driving, his axle began to smoke. The defendant's goon ruined his truck, and he's suing for the $1,802.10 it's going to cost to fix it. This is the defendant, Heather Herbold. She says the plaintiff's rims were rusted solid, and the only way to get the wheels off to change the tires was to use a sledgehammer. 2 weeks later, the plaintiff's crazy wife shows up screaming she broke her husband's axle. There's no way she could have broken the axle. She's been using a sledgehammer on wheels for 30 years, has never had a problem, and this is just an attempt to get them to pay for a problem she didn't create. She's accused of hacking it up, but good.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's repair shop screwed up his truck by whacking off the rear wheel with a sledgehammer. But the defendant says the car was so gnarly, it was the only way. It's the case of rim shot.
John Scheib?
Yes.
You are suing Heather Herbold's company. You're the owner?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you've asked us not to mention the name of the company, and we'll respect that. You're suing them for $1,802.10 that you believe they owe you because when they changed your tires, they ruined your axle. Tell me what happened.
When I brought the truck there, it was plain and simple. It was just for tires.
Okay.
So as I'm standing there
What
watching.
kind of truck is this?
It's a 16-foot box van.
How old?
In 2001.
2001,
Yeah.
okay.
It's got 55,000 miles on it.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I take really great care of my stuff. This is how I support my family and everything.
Okay, but it's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens?
So when I went to go get the tires done, I'm standing there and I'm smoking a cigarette with this gentleman right here sitting down. And I'm watching.
Have you ever brought your car or your van there before?
No.
Okay.
No, it was just simple, just for tires. I'm standing, I'm just talking with him and everything, smoking a cigarette, standing outside, just watching. The other gentleman was banging away on the rim.
Right.
Really
With
hard.
a sledgehammer.
Like it was a 10-pound sledgehammer, and it was just kept whacking. I'm just standing there, just smoking and talking to him. And then as I'm talking,
You didn't say, "What are you doing with that sledgehammer?" You didn't say that,
No,
right?
I did not.
Because you know that's how you
right.
unstick the. Okay.
Right.
So it's not unusual.
Right. So
As horrible as it sounds.
yeah, but it's just still it's the way he was banging away. He was like a good 7 minutes doing it.
Okay.
So I was talking to him, and then I asked him, are you going to balance the tires? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word for word.
You're allowed to say whatever you want.
Whatever I want. The guy that was banging away, when he said it, I said, don't get crazy now. Meaning, he doesn't want to balance the tires. He told the.
All right, come on up. He said to the employee, "Don't go crazy here," because he was like taking out
Right.
his frustrations on your rim.
Right, and he didn't.
Okay. Did you say that to the employee?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you say something close to it?
Not really. I just told him.
But sorta, because you're hesitating. So what was it you did say?
What I said to the employee was, take it easy, because he was getting frustrated because he was having a hard time getting the rims off.
Did he get the rims off?
Yes.
Okay. So then you drive off, and when do you have your first problem? By the way, what day were you getting this service?
This was the 22nd of September of last year.
May I see the paperwork? And then when did you have your problem?
I'd say maybe like 2 miles away.
2 miles away?
Right. I started smelling burning rubber.
Okay.
I didn't think too much of it. I figured they're new tires, maybe they're rubbing or something, but I did smell it.
Okay.
So I got home. I parked the truck. The following week, I had a job that I had to get done. I take the truck. I get to the job site. I do what I do. As I turn around, I'm coming home.
Wait, a week has passed and you haven't called them to say anything's wrong?
No. This was the first time I took the truck out.
Yes, but am I correct? A week has passed and you have not called them to tell them there's something wrong?
No, I
Yes or no?
haven't. No.
You've not. Okay, go on.
So as what do you call it, coming back from the job, it starts burning really, really bad. I mean, you could see the smoke. And I pull over, I get out, and it seemed like the whole thing was really red hot, and it was burning. So I'm saying, I says, well, to myself, I said, I got to get home. So I get back in my truck, I started up to go put it in drive. I ain't going anywhere.
Okay. So you get towed. Do you have the tow receipt?
Yes, I do.
Let me see it. And where do you tow it to?
To their shop.
Okay, and what happens?
They said it wasn't their problem.
But when you brought it back, you had it towed to them. They
Right.
said, we did not do this.
Yeah, right.
Because what's the this? It turns out your axle was broken.
But right.
And according to them, we didn't break your axle by sledgehammering your
So that's what they said.
And according to you, they did.
Absolutely.
Okay, I need you to prove that to me. Do you have anything from anybody that says that that's how it happened? While you're looking for that, defend yourself.
Your Honor, when you change out tires, it is commonplace to find a rim rusted onto the hub. At no point, and at which point we have had to take in the past an 8-pound hammer, which actually delivers less torque than a pothole would if you were to hit it, to loosen the rust, to be able to take the wheel off, then dismount the tire and whatnot. At no point does his axle come into play at any point in changing this tire, taking it off, having to knock it loose, having to knock the rim loose. The axle does not come into play at all. We've been doing this for years. I have never had this complaint because it's just physically, mechanically impossible to bend an axle. And I can tell
To bend an axle
yes.
when you take off a tire this way.
Correct. Yes.
It's not mechanically impossible to bend an axle.
Well, no,
Right,
but doing what we do when we change tires.
May I explain something, Your
Yeah.
Honor? The axle twisted off. It wasn't broke off.
Oh, because you
or-
inspected it after it came
Yes,
back.
I looked at it when they brought it back to have
So
that
what would
Didn't
cause
look
that?
at anything.
Hold on.
So can you use a sledgehammer to get a rusty wheel off?
Carefully.
But you can do it.
It can be done, yeah. If it's done,
Is it acceptable?
I don't think it's acceptable in the technical perspective of mechanical books. No.
I'm not sure what you said, but I think you said no. Going inside the courtroom.
When the rear end is froze up and the wheels keep
Yeah, but what
turning,
caused it to freeze up? Like what causes it?
lack of maintenance. He didn't have any grease in the rear end. That's what was smoking.
If you're not greasing the rim.
But hold on. Oh my goodness. But why didn't you guys look at that when you had the car? The truck?
No, why
That's
would
not
I? I
what
just
we do with
changed
tires?
tires.
Certainly, we would not
I'm not a
inspect someone's
mechanic.
rear end when
You're
they
a
come in
tire
for
place,
tires.
right?
Correct.
You're just a tire place.
Correct.
All right. You would not inspect someone's rear end. Well, good.
Depend.
All right. So, did you want to weigh in on anything? Or
The only thing I wanted to say is it was a Saturday when we had it towed. They were closed, they weren't there, so we had no choice but to leave it. That Monday, I called them up and I was speaking to the gentleman on the phone to change the tire. And all he kept saying was, this isn't our problem, this isn't our problem. I started getting upset. Yes, I did yell at him. And then we had no choice. Then the guy that was renting space from them said, hey, I can fix it. And the truck was there. I couldn't afford another $200 to have it
Right.
towed again.
so he fixed it for how much?
$1,600 and
Oh
change.
goodness! And then let me see the paperwork from him. Did you already hand that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for the tires. Okay. And it doesn't say a word about how it happened or what
No,
the
it just-
diagnosis was of why you needed the job done?
I'm sure he wouldn't want to get involved because, like I said,
I
he
know, but
rents
you
space.
understand the pickle you're putting me in. I mean, you can't just come to court and say, look at the timing, judge, ergo I win. You have to prove that what they did was the
And I do have some
proximate.
pictures.
What do you have?
This just shows, we went online, shows what can happen.
What he's handed me is something off the internet that says when a bent wheel rim gets too far out of alignment, it will cause stress and torque on a car transmission and axle. Bearings will begin to develop friction, which will then burn them out and cause the bearing frames to collapse. What say you about that? What's his source? eHow. Oh, okay.
I believe he had mechanical problems before he came to us with needing his tires changed.
That's a lie. That's just a lie.
Where do you get that from?
If there was a possibility that his bearing already was pushed to the point of exhaustion, it may have failed.
Yeah, it's a 12-year-old vehicle.
It's only got 55,000
That's
miles
beautiful.
on it.
What I don't, the thing is, this is so easy. It's so easy to prove your case. All you have to do is have evidence. All you have to do is bring me something from someone who says, I looked at it and this is what caused this. You've come here completely empty-handed, and you want me to look at, you've got that, I shouldn't say completely empty-handed, you got a picture of the bent rim, but you could have a bent rim and it not cause axle damage. All I need is one sentence from somebody who says that this was caused by that. And you take it to the one guy who isn't willing to say that, and then you want me to make up for it. And this is the position you've left me in. I have no choice but to rule in favor of the defendants.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's get a chance to see what the plaintiff has to say coming out. I imagine that you're not thrilled, but what is your reaction there?
Disappointed. I mean, I came in with proof and everything, and just their word. You could see in the pictures and everything like that. I'm just really disappointed, is what it is.
Yeah, I can see it on your face.
Yeah,
so
so-
what do you do now?
Just got to live. Keep moving on. That's
Keep
all I can
driving.
do.
Keep
That's all.
trucking.
Yep.
Keep on trucking.
That's it.
All right.
All right.
All right. Head right down this way. All right. So step on in here. Who does the talking for this outfit here? What's your feeling?
I will.
What's your reaction?
Obviously, if I felt that some damage would have been caused by anything, that we had done, I certainly would have no issue with that. But unfortunately, in this case, it isn't the case.
12-year-old truck with a bad rear. It's going to break the axle.
You wield that sledgehammer? Can you? You got calluses
Mom
and
said
everything?
be good at what you do.
Harvey?
I got to tell you, this case needs an expert. I mean, it's not enough for you going to court and saying, "Oh yeah, you know what? It's not the right way of doing it." Or it is the right way. Either way, you need an expert to come in and say the custom in the industry is to do it a particular way. That's just the way it is. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.